did the fight to win last night, was able to pull out a wrist lock, so good day for me. And I just got done meatheading it up here in the gym, and I figured I would do a video for you guys today. So got one from Lewin Dandy, who says, what do you do when your opponent goes T-Rex on you? So basically what he's talking about is when you get to the mount, you know, and the person does this kind of stuff, how do I deal with this? And he says because, and we're doing it, you know, no-gi, because he says that the sweat kind of gets in the way. So whatever your real name is, Lewin Dandy, I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly, I'm going to show you some options that you can use to get past the defense and get past the T-Rex arms. We're talking about when the person does this, like keeping the arms in tight, maybe he's giving you the Count Dracula or whatever the hell you want to say. To me, not the best way to defend the mount, okay, because you're not really defending, you're just like laying there, slowing it down, you need to be escaping. But if someone does do this, the way that I like to go about it, I've shown this before, if it's gi, we can attack the neck, we can do a 2-on-1 where we pry the arm across from the body, but if the person's doing a good job of keeping the elbows down, I'm going to work on walking this hand up. So from here, the first thing I like to do is I like to come up under the head and do this, right? And I've shown this before. The reason I like to lift the head up off the ground is it takes away his bridge, right? He might be able to bridge, but not a very strong bridge. Now, next, I'm gonna take my left arm, and I'll tell you why I'm specific about that in a second, and I'm gonna go under the elbow, and when I go out, it's not gonna be up. I'm gonna walk out this way first and then back in. So I'm gonna come down, walk, out this way. So I'm going against at the very tip of his elbow, and then start to walk in. And as you can kind of see, it opens up. Now this position, right now we're showing it pretty quickly. It might take you a minute or two, right? When we get here, because what will end up happening is this person will have some initial resistance, and you just kind of walk, boom. 1, 2, little bit by little bit, until you can eventually pass the arm over here, and then we can start to get this arm into position that we can set up for arm triangles, or I'm gonna show you a key lock to armbar. Now, there is a specific reason that I'm going to this side opposed to this side, and that's because most people that are right-handed are typically going to set their frame up with the right hand. Like he might put his hand here where he can push off of his forearm, he might be pushing with his arms, and so I want to take out his dominant hand out of the mix. Okay, so by doing this, he's not going to be able to set up the frame that he would normally set up, and he's just naturally going to be weaker. And you can typically see this if you're rolling with someone. Typically they'll start to set their frame up, and you can kind of see which arm they're leading with, and that would be the arm you would want to go under. So here, boom, walking up. Now, once we get to this position here, I'm gonna try to get a hold of this wrist. Now, a lot of times people will push, or if the arm gets across like this happens a lot where people, their arm just goes up here because they don't want the arm in front because they feel in danger of the key lock. So they try to get the arm back here, which isn't gonna stop anything. So when they do this, I'm gonna drive forward using my elbow to pull down, and then I can grab the arm here for the key lock. Now, obviously we know how to do the key lock. To finish this right now though, we're gonna bring the arm over the head, press the knuckles down and lift, bring the knee up, slide through, and then you got your basic arm bar. So one more time here. Again, we're under, I walk right here. Once I get the arm up, if he starts to push, you've got an easy key lock right here, right? We can just go under and go for it. If the person goes over top here, which happens more often than not because they're afraid to let the arm be in front of my face, I drive forward, pull my elbow back, which drives my shoulder down, which makes it easier. Now his arm, try to put your arm back towards around my neck. He can't, I can slide in, boom. Grab the wrist, straight arm lock, key lock, and if maybe it's not working for the key lock, we'll take the hand, put the knuckles right above the head, drive down, bring the knee up. We can go to our S-mount position here and set up our basic arm bar. So again, I'll typically use the hand walk when the person does this real tight sort of mount position. And again, I'll go towards typically the person's right arm to take their main framing arm away from them so they can't use their best escape. And Lewin Dandy, whatever the hell your name is, I hope that helps. Dandy, Louis and Dandy. Louis and Dandy asks, what do you do when your opponent goes T-Rex?